What's up, guys, and welcome back to Madman Music. Today is going to be a weird vlog type of video. Today is kind of important to me because today I'm parting ways with my beloved 5150 LBX and my little 112 cabinet. I've been playing this amp for a long time. It's the first amp that I got when I moved to Germany. And I got this really super small tiny amp because I lived in a little tiny apartment in Cologne with my girlfriend. And this thing has been a champ for a long time. I did the LBX video with this head, and it's got some really cool reviews and sparked a lot of conversations on YouTube with it. But yeah, man, I'm a little emotional. I'm a little messed up about it, man, because I hate selling my gear. I don't know about you, but I hate selling my gear. When I buy stuff, I buy it because I love it. I buy it because it should be something that I want to keep forever because it's awesome, So it's always difficult for me to part with my gear. And I don't know if you feel that way. If you have ever had something, a piece of gear in your life that you loved so much but then had to part ways with, let me know down in the comments, what was that piece of gear? When did you get it? What did it mean to you? And why did you have to get rid of it? And in this case, I'm really hoping to sell this little combination setup here. I'm really hoping to sell this and actually just buy a bigger cabinet for my 50 watt, right? Now, I normally use my 50 watt. That's my main amp. I really haven't been using the LBX for a long time. I thought about hanging on to it, maybe using it as a fly-out amp, because it is small and you can put it in a little carrying case and it's great. I've talked about all that, but there's definitely a part of me that knows that I won't be doing any fly-out gigs at all this year, and who knows if I'm going to need it next year. And at this point, it's like, well, I could just switch the value of this over to a 412 cab or something bigger that I could use. Even though I don't even need a 412 cab in this basement studio, this has been more than enough. Even though that's the case, I still want a 412 cab so that when I do have my friends over to play music, I have a large enough cab to get over a drum set. But man, it's messing me up, man. It's making me a little bit sentimental, I guess. But all right, thanks for listening. Check back with me in a few, where I'm going to share whatever I decide to go with as far as a new cabinet or a new piece of gear. I don't know. I kind of want another EVH. I kind of want the EVH 412, have the whole thing. But, even for me with an endorsement, they're expensive. So it's like there are some cheaper options that I could probably get my hands on. I don't know. But I'm going to keep you posted on what I do. Thanks. Alright, so the dude came by, he picked up the LBX, he picked up the little cabinet. Super nice guy. We had a really cool little talk about gear and how much we kind of like these EVH things and all this really nice stuff. The type of conversation you definitely want to have when somebody comes over to your house to buy, that beloved piece of gear that you didn't really want to get rid of to begin with, or, you were just hesitant to get rid of. I was ready to get rid of it. I was ready to move on because, like I said, I do want something that is going to pack a little bit more of a punch when I'm ready to play with a band again, which will hopefully be sooner than later. I mean, if it's not Propane, maybe it's one of the other projects like Aphelion. I've been putting that project together recently, so I don't know if you guys have heard that record. It's down in the you'll find a link down in the description. You can go ahead and have a listen to that. Planning on doing some live stream stuff regarding the Aphelion stuff soon, hopefully. But yeah, I wanted something that was gonna give me enough power to get over the drum set and to make enough noise, which my little cabinet, my little 112 cab, wasn't gonna do. I've actually tried to play that over a drum set once, and it did the job, but not great. It's not made for that, obviously, but you know, this was like one of those times where you were just like, fuck it, let's try it, and yeah, and it did the job. It wasn't the greatest experience, but it you know, it did what it was supposed to do. But for now, let me explain what I'm doing here. So the next video I'm going to talk about, this is going to be the next thing on the docket, right? That, and also this guy right here. That's a load box attenuator, which kind of allows me to not need a cabinet right now. But that's because of some other stuff that I got going on in this pedal board. I'm using my Line 6 HX effects with a DI box underneath the pedal board that goes to my desk via XLR cable that allows me to simulate a mic'd cabinet right directly into my computer using all real stuff. It's pretty impressive. I'm going to talk about that soon too. If that kind of stuff interests you, or if you're also doing that yourself, tell me down below. What's your little home rig setup that allows you to record at lower volumes but still keep all that really good power and punch? But yeah, that's what we're going to get into next time. So I'm going to check back with you when I've decided what I'm going to replace that little cabinet with. So I'll see you then. Alright, so I just got word, talked to a guy on some local classifieds, and today I'm going to pick up a new Marshall 412 cabinet. Your typical, 1960 lead. I'm really pumped about it because this is a pretty standard cabinet. This is a cabinet you're going to see basically everywhere, you know what I mean? So I would prefer the EVH straight cabinet, but I'm going to get a decent Marshall cabinet for a decent price. So I'm pretty excited about it. So we're going to go pick this up here in a couple minutes. I'll take you with me. All right, let's go.
Nick, ready.
All right, now that we got this thing plugged in, let's see how it sounds. Well, that's it, man. This thing is pretty cool. I like it. I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with it. Is it exactly what I want? No, but it certainly does the job. And real quick, before I get all you guys bashing me in the comments about Marshall this, blah, 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 it took a really long time for me to actually get into playing Marshall stuff. I found that after I started touring with Propane, most of the venues that I would play that had a provided backline would have either Marshall stuff or they would have like Mesa stuff. You know, these are the two sort of, I would say, industry standard sorts of cabinets that are out there. So that's what you're gonna find most of the time when you're playing some festivals or, like I said, shows that have provided backlines. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get a Marshall. And the thing of it is they sound great. They sound awesome. You know, I've been matching that with an EVH for a long time on tour, and I've always enjoyed the sound of it. So it's good. Eventually, I do want an EVH cab because I think that that matches the best to the 50 watt 5153. But, you know, hey, I gotta wait till July. And in July, maybe I'll pick one up. I don't know. Who knows? But thanks again for hanging out with me and checking out my new gear. I'm really happy to share it with you guys. If you guys got a new piece of gear, tell me about it down in the comments. Or if there's a piece of gear that you think is interesting that maybe you would like to have, tell me about it in the comments. Again, if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the description for all kinds of cool ways to support the channel. All of it is greatly appreciated and keeps this thing going. So, do that. Thank you again, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace. That's why my shit's broken. Wow. 51-51-3, the 50 watt 50, the 50 watt 50-50. What the fuck? I think that it matches the best with the 50 watt. Fuck, man. I think it matches with, wow, what a tongue twister this is. I think it matches the